Hello. Testing.
So these are all the commercials. They all run like like this. And basically when you finish it, you just say we'll be right back and you push these and they're each about like 10 to 15 seconds. You can do as many as much as you want, just different pieces, right?
You got to push it every 10 seconds, or can you just.
You just yeah, you push one after the other.
Miles ago, champ.
Shouldn't we be going faster?
Nah, with Bel Air Direct, you can save money on your.
Gets going.
Yeah. So this is the home end and this is the far end. And
Add hole, add. Oh, those are the other 10.
each home is the far end. You don't have scoreboard on here anymore? Or are you doing that now?
Scoreboard?
On here, it used to say the score. No?
No, we always do scoreboard.
Or is okay.
There. Okay, well that's with the.
Yeah. And you have a telescope.
Oh no.
Come on!
No.
Where's that
It's a little high
telescope?
tech.
Where's the
Oh,
telescope?
no.
Show me.
Draw some pictures.
Back it up, back it up. Yeah, how we work.
Yeah, so you just do the best you guys can do, and they're on the That's why I just
Yeah, I'm gonna just have this talk.
yeah, yeah. That might work for me.
Okay. Do you want me to take this one? Yeah.
Yeah, it works. Oh yeah.
It's for Brazil, right? So
That's all right. So I just I forget where we were.
Royal City.
Oh yeah, that wasn't cool. Anyway, yeah. Thank you guys so much. Really appreciate it. Have fun. Okay.
You guys are in trouble.
Yeah. One and done.
Just set up. For sure. Whoa. Cotter hit the pin. Did you see maybe?
Oh no, I didn't.
Didn't fall.
what he felt it was like.
Well, I don't know the Dennis team. I know the guys on Rob's team.
No. Not all. We can pull up
Miller.
the team listed one. Yeah.
Of course, we don't.
And then it's a muted when you see like the first one.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Abbotsford Curling Club. We're here for, what's this, draw 5? Anyhow, it's the 5 p.m. draw on Saturday. And our feature game today is Team Cotter versus Team Dennis on sheet 3. And they've already started here, they're well into the first end. And we're going to be with you for the next couple hours. I'm here with Megan Daniels. I'm Kent Bird from the Abbotsford Curling Club, and we hope you all have a good night with us here.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in.
So it looks like Cotter just drew around the corner, and he's got hammer. Doug's gonna fall. Looks like he's gonna follow him down. Try and freeze on top of him around the corner there. Might have an advantage here being a lefty too, eh?
Yeah, see a different point of view.
So big shout out to Driving Force Decks International for our title sponsor here. We really appreciate them stepping up and supporting all of our curlers.
Great sweep to get it by the guard there.
Yeah, great shot by Doug. Looks like Jim's going to ask Steve to follow him down. Lock one on top. Game on in the first end. So Rick's giving it a good clean, waiting for the curl. Ice is running pretty quick tonight. I think it's about 14 and a half, 15 seconds hog to hog.
Yeah, that's what it's been running the past few games.
So it's really good for the sweepers. They can work it in there. That one, he throws a good beauty in there. Good shot by Steve Laycock for Team Cotter.
Doug gonna try and follow it down again.
This is last shot too, so important he gets this one in there. It's a big game for both teams here. Cotter's 0-2, and Dennis is 1-1. So kind of a must-win for Cotter if he wants to make the tiebreakers. Got him lined up pretty good there, Megan. I don't know.
Yeah. Follow down with another one.
At some point, they're going to have to move some granite, I think.
Yeah, I'll probably see that on one of the skip shots.
Got both sweepers going hard here. Must be close.
Getting close to
Andrew Nerpin on the rock there, I think. Always a little light. Little light, but not all bad.
Yeah, still kind of blocks that path.
I think Rob will probably try and hook one here, top 4, and really put the force on.
Yeah, if you can get one sucked around there, it'll be hard. Jim will have to make a really great shot to move a lot of granite at once.
Let's see if I can work this telestrator. So I'm thinking Rob's going to want to throw a draw right down in here. If he can do that, that'll put the pressure on Jim. Okay, that's not in the right spot. Bear with us, folks, as I learn how to use the telestrator. Well, let's just watch Rob do it.
Yeah, he'll show us the exact path.
That's right. Well, this is our one time with Curl BC. Thanks for inviting us out, Curl BC. Might be our last time here, Megan, but
yeah.
we're going to have fun.
Is this our audition? Yeah, the streams have been going pretty great so far, and they just keep getting better and better every time. You know, birthday boy Jordan Kiss has been doing a great job with all the commentating.
Yeah, tough to follow him up, that's for sure.
Yeah. But he deserves some rest. So.
I guess so. We'll give him a night off.
Yeah.
Then you guys can have Will after this game, so we'll see how that goes. Looks pretty good coming in here. Good line, nice weight. See where it ends up. Yeah, he blocked off the buttons, so. Let's see what Cotter does here. He could try and run that red angle in and slash it into that shot rock.
At least unlock those 4 at the back there.
Yeah, he might even be able to spill it off the side.
Yeah.
If you can throw it hard enough, you can probably get it off the forefoot anyhow. So this is Team Cotter skips first stones. Again, Cotter with hammer here. Pretty firm on this one. Oh, heck
nice
of a shot. Whoa.
Got them all moving.
Didn't quite see all that going. But yeah, Cotter line 2 now.
Yeah.
Wow. Where's the replay? That was pretty good.
Yeah.
I thought that the top one would spill, but I didn't know that back one would go either. But anyhow, you cleaned it up pretty good.
Yeah, I guess if you can throw enough weight.
Yeah. Well, the old backswing delivery.
Yeah.
You can get her going pretty good. Yeah, Cotter struggled. Their team has struggled a little bit this weekend, being 0-2, but they played actually better than their record suggests. Lost a close one to Team Dangerfield this afternoon. And then to Giel, they lost last night. Made Sean draw to the button to beat them. So they're still looking for their first win, but off to a good start here so far in the first end.
And it looks like Team Dennis is going for the double.
Yeah, it looks like Rob's going to try and run this back and run this straight through, double them out of there, and I think we'll see a blank. In turn, they're sweeping hard, trying to hold line. Oh. Well, he got the run back, but he didn't roll it out.
Yeah.
Nice try, Rob.
Yeah, with such a distance between those 2 rocks, it's a matter of millimeters of whether you're
Yeah,
going
to
to
get that line just right, eh? Real close. So it looks like Cotter's just got to hit the rings for his deuce.
It's a good opportunity to just get your draw weight underneath your slider too, if you're not feeling it so far.
Yeah, I've always liked that, having to draw for 2 instead of against 2.
Yeah, and you're not trying to draw against another one either. Just gotta hit the paint somewhere.
Yeah, that's right. So here's the last shot in the first end. Team Cotter drawn in for 2. Just cleaning it so far on the way down. Looks pretty good. Now they're sweeping it. Jim with the out-turn draw. They're going hard on her now. Oh, he gotta
He's
go.
so
He gotta
close.
go.
Oh,
Oh
gee.
man, they misjudged that a little bit.
That's a tough one.
Yeah, they watched that for the first half. So they must have thought it was close, but they haven't played that out-turn the whole end though.
Yeah, they've been, they'd have a tighter line, like, for all those draws that were coming around
Yeah,
that corner, so.
yeah. Well, after the first end, it's 1-0 Cotter. So we'll take a break here and send you over to Bel Air Direct.
Miles ago, champ.
Shouldn't we be going faster?
Nah, with Bel Air Direct, you can save money on your optional car insurance by driving safely.
Up to 25%. Slow and steady, champ.
Save up to 25% for safe driving on your optional car insurance with Bel Air Direct.
Welcome back to the Driving Force Decks International Cashspiel here out at the Abbotsford Curling Club. I'm Kent Bird here with Megan Daniels. We'll be your hosts here for the next 2 hours or 7 ends. Got an exciting game here between Team Cotter and Team Dennis. Again, both teams in a good spot here to control their own destiny, to at least make the tiebreakers. Looks like the men's side's going to be pretty tight coming down to the wire here.
Yeah, every game at this point matters in that overall record.
Yeah. So Jim throwing up the center guard. Looks like Rob's going to come around with the intern. Try and throw that top 8, maybe bite 4-foot.
Yeah.
Getting decent, pretty good curl here, about 3.5, 4 feet. So see what Mr. Rick Miller can throw here. See if he can hook one in there. Guys are sweeping it, so it must be close. And there it comes. Hair short maybe, or they bring it in. Yeah, brought it in top 12. Half exposed, so we might see Jim make a play on this.
Yeah.
Cotter's going to play bumper at it. So
Might be able to get another guard out of this, depending on how high
yeah,
it is.
he can nose it. Leave his right there, just outside of the rings in the free guard zone. Oh, that one took off on him. Maybe a little, well, probably a little down on the weight. I think he asked for bumper, and that was closer to maybe hack or board.
Yeah.
Just over curled a bit on him. But he still got the center up there, so.
And that one in the top 12 foot would act kind of like a guard anyways, just with how much it's been curling.
Yeah, I think they can still draw around that and get buried to the buttons. So
Yeah.
I think that's exactly what he's going to do right now. See if Miller can get one in there. Could still be a little tricky on this side of the sheet. They played everything down the other side in the first end, so
Yeah.
you know they might get a little fooled on the speed there. This one looks close. Oh, again, a hair light. Well, looks like Cotter's going to ask. No, he's not going to play the run back. He's going to hit the open one.
Yeah. It looked like the run back for a
Yeah,
second.
yeah. I thought we might get Andrew Nerfin to run their yellow in there, but a little more safe here. Control hit. Try and hit and roll under. Control that forefoot. Got a beauty. Yeah, tuck the corner of it anyhow. So touchy. You just throw a little too much weight, it'll track on you.
Yeah.
And you get a little down and it really curls. So
Yeah, it's really weight sensitive, but that's also a good sign for ice too. It makes the sweepers more involved, and it makes every draw a team shot.
that's what we're trying to do. He's got a good one here. Line looks good. They're sweeping all the way down. Call him off. He'll hit and roll into the open. So he's Team Dennis line 2 here in the top 12. So we're at Cotter's seconds last rock here. What's he calling, Megan? Trying to make the double here?
No, I think he's trying to do the same thing as with Andrew's first, but kind of just hitting and rolling half buried underneath.
Oh, okay. A little more weight on this one. Oh, beauty.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, move that red rock over and right in behind and up into the forefoot there. So, gonna force Rob to deal with that rock in the forefoot. Looks like he's gonna call for the raise. See if he wants just the tap or the run through. No. Gonna open up the front, get rid of that center guard. Not a bad call, actually. You know, he's got hammer. That center guard is the one that's really gonna hurt him.
Yeah, because it's harder to access that yellow rock in the forefoot right now. If you play a run on that red, and you might, if you don't hit it exactly, you might lose that rock for future use.
Well, yeah, and if you miss it, you're really behind the ball.
Yeah.
So good defensive call here. Open up the front, force Cotter to make a decision whether he hits that rock and rolls in or throw the guard. We'll see how they want to play this. Looks like he's called the guard, eh?
Yeah.
So third's first stone here. Steve's going to try and throw just off center line. Maybe halfway guard.
Yeah, for Cotter without hammer, they're not looking to
want to
steal a ton. They want to force Dennis to
Yeah,
have a tough
they can
one.
force him to force him to one here. They would like that. So trying to put the pressure on Dennis here by throwing the guard. Let's see if she's going to peel again. Eventually he might have to make a move here, but this is his first rock, so they're just trying to figure out if they want to play the run now or peel the center.
Yeah, that's always the tough decision.
Yeah,
when do you
make the move,
Yeah.
right?
And usually you don't. Sometimes you might not know until after the shot's concluded, when you're like, oh, maybe I went too
Whether
early.
you make it or not. But here, it looks like he's just calling like a back 4, maybe back 8 weight.
Yeah, just to tap it up.
I like it.
to
I like the
that one,
call.
Because then you're not losing any rocks potentially.
No, you're leaving your shooter there. Your red's still going to be in play somewhere. The line's good. Hard to tell here. They're sweeping for line.
Looks a little
Might
heavy.
be over curling. But he's sitting 2-3 now, so Cotter's got a decision to make. Hit and roll over there. Partially guard shot stone. Bit of a risky call, because if he doesn't roll far enough, he'll leave Dennis an open hit for 2
Yeah.
to lie to.
Yeah, that one that they ended up tapping. So
Yeah.
back 12 or
Yeah,
back
it's
8,
second
yeah.
shot. Oh, they're sweeping well.
That's
close.
brutal.
So they nosed it.
Yeah. And that's what you were mentioning. Is,
Yeah,
they might not
yeah.
get that second.
Not saying it's the wrong call. I'm just saying
No,
it's
yeah.
definitely an aggressive call. Not sure what I would have done there, or you, but
Yeah.
you had to eliminate one of the reds anyhow, I think.
Exactly. I guess you have to weigh the pros and cons of both. That one was the one that was above tee, and it might come back to bite you later.
And they still have that one top 12 there to promote if they need it. So that's in a good spot. So we'll see what Doug does here for Team Dennis. Third's, this is first or second?
Second, I believe it's his.
So this is his last shot here. They're just cleaning. Looks close.
Might have to come over a hair to stick around.
You just got that nice, easy kind of board weight. Kind of hung out there a bit on him, so 2 reds wide open there. I don't know if there's a double there or not.
Possibly.
So Cotter's first shot here. You try the slash double and maybe hit and roll under.
Yeah. You might lose a shooter.
You might. I think for the double, you might roll out. Is that right? Yeah.
So I think the safer call for Jim right now would be to just roll behind.
Hit and roll. Yeah, hit and roll into the tires on driving force Deck's truck there. Into the button.
Yeah.
See if he can make a good one here.
And it helps too. Both those guards are his rocks.
Yeah, that's right. So no sweeping yet. It's got a nice easy weight. Looks like just board, maybe bumper weight. Trying to get it to curl. Little roll. Oh, beauty.
Great shot.
That's buried, I think, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even a little overburied from that long guard,
Yeah.
which is perfect because it's harder
Nice shot.
to get in there now.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes it tough. So that's a nice shot by Jim Cotter. So Rob's he can either play the run back, I guess, or he could draw with the out turn.
Yeah.
Maybe tap it back 4.
You probably won't be able to come around it with enough weight to
Maybe not.
tap it through the house,
Yeah.
but at least tap it to behind the tee.
Yeah. Makes his rock hard to deal with. Or he could open it up.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I think one of the only risks of opening it up is you open it up and then Jim's going to hit your red sitting in the back.
Yeah, force you to the 1.
Yeah.
Which at this point, I think Rob would take 1. So it looks like he's going to try and play the straight run back.
Yeah. Maybe get a couple of those yellows. Maybe?
Yeah. Yeah, that's not bad. I could run that right off the button.
Yeah.
So kind of the third option I talked about.
Yeah.
It's a long one because that center guard's way up there. But Rob can throw the weight, so he can definitely make this. Just getting set in the hack. Getting focused. Looks good coming out. Just normal hit. Oh, it's a hair wide.
You get the peel, but
They got not quite what he was looking for, but at the end of the day, it got rid of the guard, so
yeah.
not all bad. He missed the pro away.
Yeah.
A lot of times we see that in club curling where they flash everything. And,
Yeah, tolerance there was definitely hit the rock first. And,
yeah. So where do you like this one, Megan? Where do you like to go here?
I don't know. I wouldn't mind replacing the guard actually.
Yeah, just sit short of the rings up in the...
Even though like it's tempting to hit that red that's still in there and just limit them to 1. If you put a guard back up where it was, it's going to be hard for them to get 1 or 2 anyways.
That's right. The risk here, of course, is if you don't place the guard in a perfect spot, you could give up a deuce.
Yeah.
But Jim's pretty confident here he can make this guard, so I like this call. Put the pressure on. Force Rob to either draw to the button or They're just cleaning all the way down, so it must be close. I think it's going to be about a halfway guard, just on center line. Perfect.
Great shot.
Perfect. So, is he going to try the run through again, or?
Yeah, at this point, it's what would you rather throw for one? Would you rather
Yeah.
draw a button or, I guess, try a run and hope?
Yeah, either one, whatever you feel comfortable throwing. He just did throw the run through, so
Yeah.
I'm surprised he's not. You know, that might be what he's. No, he's drawing by the looks of it. I would have thought, he just played it, but.
Yeah, I guess because the guard's in a slightly different spot now,
Yeah.
it risks that jam on your back rib.
Jeez, that would be.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be very dangerous. So this is definitely the safer of the two.
And this is a little bit wider than the path they were taking at the beginning of the end to draw to that 4 foot. So
Even in the pregame practice, they're farther out there
yeah,
because he's got to come around that one top 12.
yeah,
That one we talked about earlier. That
Yeah.
wasn't. Steve didn't quite get the roll on it, and it came into play.
yeah.
So it goes to show.
So they'll have to be careful, especially after that hog line. That rock might come down a little bit quicker than they're used to.
Yeah, fresh ice out here, so you have to be careful on the speed and the curl. Sometimes you get on that fresh stuff, it can curl pretty good on you.
Yeah, yeah.
So here we are, second end, and last rock. Rob Dennis, skip, draw to the button for his one, against one. Sweeper's just cleaning it. Giving it just a little clean. Line looks close. Weight looks close. Not even cleaning it now. Now they're
Gotta
right
curl
off.
quite a bit.
Yeah, just a touch heavy, eh?
Yeah.
Good try though. I think he had the right ice.
Yeah.
Just, he threw that back 4, so.
Yeah, it's a matter of inches. at
Yeah,
that point, but
yeah. Like I say, we're kind of guessing out there too.
Yeah.
So after the second end, it is 2-0 for Team Cotter over Team Dennis.
Perfect. And we'll be back after a quick message from Prestige. Oh.
Woo-hoo. Sick fight. You gotta see this. Look. 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 Look.
Shh. I'm saving money.
Save up to 25% on your optional car insurance for safe driving with Bel Air Direct.
Now we're back.
Oh.
Oh.
We were talking to ourselves.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh
gee.
dear. Yeah, we're still learning the buttons here. I guess we're muted there, so you missed all of our wonderful commentary and team updates, but we'll get that after this end here. So again, welcome back to the Abbotsford Curling Club and the Driving Force Dex International Cashspiel. We're in the third end of Cotter versus Dennis. Cotter up 2-0. Dennis with hammer here. And looks like their second Andrew Nirpin's first rock coming around the corner guard. Cotter line 3. So Cotter has been played pretty offensive so far this game.
Yeah.
Not giving Rob much chance to any real easy shots here.
Yeah, and that's what you want to do too, is make the level of difficulty of your opponent's shots harder than yours.
Keep the pressure on.
Looks like they're trying for the double.
Yeah, it looks like a double here. Looks like you got a beauty. Should be right in the hole there. Bang him. Oh, he didn't get that top one.
Oh.
I don't know what happened there if they missed the line call. I thought he had them both. But
Yeah. Just need to curl up a
Yeah.
little bit more.
But they still got the corner guard. Well, they did for a minute.
Might
Looks
not
like-
after this
yeah,
shot, but
looks like Jim's going to call Andrew to peel that out of there. Well, Megan, thanks for joining us today. I know you got a game coming up at 9 o'clock.
yeah, it's been great so far. The ice with your team here at the Abbotsford Curling Club has done an amazing job, and as a front end player, I can say it is sweeper's ice, and it's great to
Right on. Well, we have a lot of great volunteers here, and as we know in all the curling clubs, it takes a lot of volunteers to make this make the events like this such a success. So thank you to all the Abbotsford volunteers and all the competitors for coming out. It's been a great weekend, and happy Thanksgiving to everybody.
Yes.
We hope you stay with us through this game, and tonight we got another one at 9, and then of course 3 draws tomorrow, 9, 1, and 5. So this end looking pretty straightforward now, Megan. Hit away here.
Yeah, after a couple shots that might not have gone Dennis's way, it looks like Cotter wants to keep it quite open, and happy to do so.
Well, with that 2-0 lead, he needs to force Dennis here. So I think they're going to hit away, and Rob might try the next end to see if he can get his deuce.
Yeah.
We're at third stones now. So this is Cotter. This is Steve Cotter's Steve's first shot. He's going to split the rings here. Try and force Rob to single here would be a win for Jim, but Rob's going to try hard not to get forced.
Yeah. From here on out, I believe what Rob will be kind of aiming towards is that blank.
Yeah.
Yeah, hope for a better setup next end and maybe score a deuce or more.
Yeah, go for his deuce the next end. It's going to be tough now. I mean, even if you lock one on one of those back yellows,
Yeah.
they can throw it so hard.
Yeah, I think the rocks are too lively for a
Yeah,
freeze.
yeah, it's pretty lively for club rocks, you know. Not quite like the slam rocks or
Yeah.
the tour rocks. Those are really lively. They can make things go away pretty good. But.
Yeah, with some weight you could definitely get a freeze unlocked and moving.
Yeah. So a big game for both teams here. Thinks he might have a nice double here, hit and roll. Nice shot. Nice little hit and roll. Yeah, so big game for both teams. Dennis's record is 1-1, so he's still in the hunt for the playoffs and to tiebreaker if necessary. And Cotter, well, his back is against the wall here. He needs to win his final 2 games and hope for a little help to get into a tiebreaker. because we've got a couple teams with 3 wins already. And you're sweeping hard on this one. You might get rid of everything. Oh, little hit and roll.
Get some separation between those two.
Yeah. So Rob could play a freeze, especially on that higher yellow, but we'll see. See if he there. Oh no, he's playing the hit and roll. I think the other option, you could throw the draw onto the higher of the 2 yellows
Yeah.
and hope for a jam, but he's gonna opt to hit here. And
Yeah, with those two split up, it's
They're-
tough because
yeah.
it's looking like Cotter's trying to force pretty hard.
yeah, it's just whether Rob can get out of it or not is the question. You're gonna want to try and make a double here at some point. Looks like this one's on the nose. Good shot. So Cotter's first shot here. First of Skip Stone's. He's going to try the nose or a little flop out into the 12-foot maybe.
Yeah, if you're able to roll a little bit, then get those 2 yellows a bit flatter.
Yeah.
So there's no double opportunity.
Yeah, a little more separation, a little flatter, and then there's no double. But you don't want to roll out either.
Yeah, sticking around anywhere.
Yeah, hit first, yeah.
It's great.
Yeah, I'm just cleaning it here. Looks like Jim's got a good one. Oh dear, did I just jinx him?
Oops.
Uh-oh. I guess Russ and Cheryl don't have to worry about losing their jobs now.
No, yeah.
Sorry, Jim. Oh dear.
I guess with those two, you could play a little bit of a lighter weight, more controllable.
Yeah, I would have thought that too. Nice control, make sure you stick around.
Although sometimes teams like to play a little bit of a heavier weight just because they're not as sure of how much it's going to curl out there. Or...
Yeah, still getting used to the ice maybe. But small miss for Jim there, opens the door for Team Dennis. Rob with his first shot, looking for a nose hit. He might just get out of here with a blank. Yeah, looks like he's got a good one.
Sweeping it pretty
Little hit
hard.
and roll. No, where is he rolling to? Yeah, so Jim's gonna hit away here. So it looks like over on sheet 6. I guess you got to practice your S's and S's
Yeah.
and stuff like that when you're doing this kind of a job.
Yeah.
So Team Giles on sheet 6 is up 3-0 after 2 over Purechuk. And Gouchelat came back to tie it up after 2 against Driving Force Decks International Team Wark. They're tied at 2 playing the 3rd. Jim with a pretty straightforward hit here.
Yeah, just looking to nose this and force him to make a good rollout on his last.
Yeah,
Good shot.
I've seen that happen earlier today. Sarah Wark trying to blank an end and nosed it and got forced to her one in the 7th. That led to her demise there in her last game. Gave up the deuce and 8, but it's never never easy.
Yeah, it's not always gonna be a gimme.
Yeah,
It's,
it's no gimme, that's for sure.
yeah. Even though they are looking to roll out, they got to take it as seriously as any other.
They make it look pretty easy here. I don't know how many times you play in club curling and see the flash or Nose hit. Last shot of the third end. Rob Dennis looking for a hit and roll out to blank. He's sweeping hard. Oh, looks like a nose. Well, interesting force.
Yeah.
But that's the way it goes.
I guess, to do it, yeah.
So 2-1 after the third end. We'll be back in a few moments.
And welcome back to just about to start the fourth end of Cotter versus Dennis on sheet 3. After 3 ends, it is 2-1 for Team Cotter.
Yeah, good game here so far. Lots of rocks in play the first couple ends. The last one was a little more open. So we'll see what, I think Rob's going to want to throw a center guard here and force some offense probably, I think you'll see in this end.
Yeah, I want to try and maybe set up for a steal or at least force Cotter to 1.
Yeah. If you get a steal and 4 here, would go a long ways for Rob to control the even ends anyhow.
Yeah. So you want to score in those even ends.
Yes. Well, we're getting to the halfway mark here, so.
I'll give you a little bit of an update of some of the other sheets they're on. On sheet 1, Team Gagnon and Matsumura. Matsumura's up 3-0 after 2.
Yeah, Dane Gagnon from Abbotsford here has got his newly put together competitive team. So this is their first event of the year, and they won yesterday. They beat Dangerfield yesterday, so they had a good game with him. Beat him in an extra end. And they're playing Team Japan here, Matsumura Tough, looks like.
Yeah, it's great to see them out on the tour.
Yes, good bunch of young guys. That's what we need around here. So it looks like Rick Sawatsky here, lead for Team Cotter's, trying to play the tick. Are they playing the tick, Megan?
I think it looks like that's what they're
Play
calling
it tight,
At least
yeah.
pushing it into the ring.
Or bump it in, that's,
Yeah. So then you can hit it on your second.
That's exactly what he's done.
Great shot.
Good call, Megan.
Even roll it in too.
Oh, did he roll in?
Yeah,
Oh, man.
I think that's biting it.
Yeah, so Rob's got to make is he going to throw up another center or is he going to hit? This is where the game gets exciting.
Yeah.
You know? No, he's
It's
thinking
tempting.
about it. I know.
Yeah.
He's thinking about it, but he doesn't want to get too aggressive.
Yeah, if you hit now, then you'll probably end up with another open end, another clean end.
Yeah, probably.
If you throw another guard at this point, it would make use of that 5-rock rule. And
Yeah, that's why it's, you can throw that with this new 5-rock rule. Well, I guess not so new, but they like to throw that high center guard, and then they throw the double centers and double corners to avoid that shot right there, right?
yeah.
But Rob elected to play the hit here. See if he leaves it in the free guard zone or not. And no, he's rolling in.
Yeah.
So I think Jim will be more than happy to hit away here. And we're at seconds first stone. Oh no,
Yeah.
this is still lead
this
second
is
shot.
Yes. Yeah. Getting ahead
That's
of
why I got
ourselves.
that's why I got you here, Megan. Keep me on my toes. So just an update from over on sheet 2. We have Team Montgomery playing Team Chan. So Team Chan was down 3-0 playing the third. They got their deuce. So good for them. This is their second tour event, and this is our deaf team here from, I think they play from the Vancouver Curling Club, and they're representing Canada at the Deaf Olympics in Italy in December. So very exciting times for them.
Yeah.
And so we're hoping they do well over there, and I'm sure they'll represent Canada well.
Yeah, we'll be cheering them on from here.
Yeah. Oh, what do we got going here? Nice hit and roll there for Team Dennis to split the house on Team Cotter. So Jim's got to deal with these two. He's going to play the hit and roll.
Might see if he can roll right on top of that other red one.
Yeah, he's not throwing it too hard. Looks like just a control hit. Trying to get the roll.
Just get them closer together.
Yeah, interesting how he plays this. He threw the out turn at this. And a lot of times you'll see teams throw the in turn and try and come across, but being a little flatter, I think he decided to go with the out turn there.
Just because that'll keep the rock higher too after they hit.
Yeah. Is that how that works? Yeah, a little flatter roll.
Yeah. Because if you come directly into it with an inside out turn, it'll, I guess, have more
action
coming off of it. It might roll behind that red one.
Yeah. So we're gonna exchange hits here by the looks of it.
Trying to make it curl, get a little bit of a roll. Great shot.
Yeah, good shooting here. Looks like Giles just stole another one on Pure Chuck.
So now they're up. Giles is up 4-0.
4-0. Both of those teams are at 2-0 as well.
Oh, Giles and Purichek.
Yeah, so that's the winner goes to 3-0 and will be probably the top seed or one of the top seeds in the playoffs. So I can't tell if that one's biting or not by Cotter up top there.
Rob taking a good look. Hopefully he'll give
really
some
looking,
indication.
Yeah. Depends which way you look at it, I guess.
Yeah.
Jim's gonna go out. Well, and with these houses, they're logo houses, so the advertising of Driving Force Decks International, their rings, sometimes they can look a little bit different depending on what color the outside portion of the ring is.
Yeah.
But I believe it's red. I can't remember.
Yeah, I think
red or black.
It matches that 4-foot, I think.
Okay. So it's sometimes hard to tell if it's actually touching the paint or not.
I don't know, if you're in doubt at the end of the end and it's like, oh, is that biting? You might as well check and see.
Yeah. Are you allowed to do that not during an end, but after the end?
I think you might be able to do it if it's for free guard zone, like for the 5-rock rule.
Oh, yeah.
To double check and see if you
if
can
it's
hit
in,
it.
yeah.
But because we're past that and we're well into the end, I don't believe you can use it.
Or even after the end is over. That's a good question. We'll have to ask Melissa.
Yeah. I think if it's to see if it's in for a point at the end of it, then you can.
Yeah.
But
yeah, definitely if it was in for a point. But I was thinking, if it didn't count, if you wanted to.
Yeah.
I'm not sure you'd be allowed to do that. Anyhow, how we digress here.
Yes. As we try and talk through that point.
Who is that? Brad that just hit and rolled out there? And
it might have been Doug. I think we're already on
Doug's
Doug's
third
shots.
stones?
Yeah.
Yeah, too much talking and I'm not watching maybe. Anyhow, looks like Cotter's going to play a nose hit. So third, Steve Laycock. Andrew Nerpin giving it a good sweep to hold line. So he's got a hit and a little roll into the 4-foot maybe. Yeah, pretty close. Good shot. So we got a interesting end going on sheet 5 with Driving Force Decks International Team Work. They got hammered. They're looking at some or Yellowstones of Team Gushalak. Can't see who shot down there, but
Definitely a lot of rocks in play.
can't tell. So what the hell? Exchange of hits here on sheet 3.
And both these teams are probably okay with just hitting out the rest of the end and trying again next time.
I'm just looking at the overhead camera here on sheet 5. Looks like Team Work. She's sitting 1 on the pin, but I don't know how she's going to get 2.
Yeah.
So as we exchange hits here in the third end, or no, fourth end
Yes,
of Team Cotter and Team Dennis, looks like again we're going to be going for Team Cotter is going to be looking for the blank. Rob's going to try and hit and just sit here right in the roll to the forefoot a little bit, make that hit and roll out a little tougher, but so Sarah Warwick with a big shot. No, she didn't make it. Looks like she got 1 though. Hard to tell. Another team playing really well this weekend is Team Daniel Wenzik and his team. The Royal City Club, is that where they're from?
I'm not quite sure. Yeah, it sounds right.
The Lower Mainland here, anyhow.
Yeah.
So Daniel Wenzik, they're 3-0. I think they're 3-0. This is looking to get
Yeah.
their 4th win over Team Dangerfield, but they're not going to go down without a fight. They just beat Cotter their last game, so they will be. They'll be pumped about that win, and I'm sure they're going to give Wenzik and those boys all they can handle. It looks like, can't see the score from here, but
I believe it's 4-2 for Wenzik currently.
4-2, and then they're looking to draw in a lie 3 here, so it looks like a good game over there on sheet 4, and oh, he rolled out, so Cotter's just going to throw this through. Steve playing games with him there. Draw to the button for 1.
I think they might be drawing on this one.
Oh, right, he's got 2 left here, so they're drawing off to the wing.
Trying to give Rob a different line to throw at for his last.
Yeah, put it over in a spot maybe where they don't know the ice so much. And a good chance for Jim to get draw weight, get a feel for that. And he throws a beauty right to the tee line. It's a good curl there going out to the wings too, eh?
Yeah.
It's
it's
about
really
4
slow.
feet, yeah.
It's nice too for the sweepers to see some shots like that. Just some nice and easy draws. See how it's reacting out there.
Well, these last 2 ends have definitely been less stressful than maybe the first 2 were.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice to get a few ends under your belt and instead of every end being on the edge of your seat kind of thing.
Yeah. We see that a lot in 10-end games when it gets to provincials and
Try and burn a couple
yeah,
ends.
burn a couple. Usually you'll see the first few as like
Yeah,
very
early
hit heavy and
Yeah, break the ice in, get everybody warmed up,
yeah.
bank some time. Or at least you used to be able to bank some time. I don't know the new timing rules, but uh-oh, what happened here? Oh dear.
Oh gee. Guess he got caught in that different path.
Yeah,
there.
that's why you throw them out to the wings like that. And yeah, it's unfortunate error there by Rob. I'm not sure Just got a little. You get out in that fresh ice out in the 12 foot. You don't get a lot of play out there,
Yeah.
and you know it can get the curl out there, and obviously it curled on him. And
Yeah, not sure how many rocks he's actually seen down that path yet. So
I don't think there's been anything that far out.
yeah, especially I believe he's throwing inside out as well. Sometimes that's a little bit with it curling more for draws. It may
Right.
curl more for hits, or maybe that's what fooled them.
Yeah. Anyhow, draw for 2 here for Jim Cotter. We're just watching it come down. Looks pretty good.
Sweeper's not touching.
Sweeper's
it,
not
but
touching it, so right to the button.
Great
Nice
draw.
shot by Jim. That's 2 for Team Cotter. And that puts the score 4-1. Team Cotter over Team Dennis after 4. We'll take a quick break and be back to you after this message. So, welcome back to the Abbotsford Curling Club, and happy Thanksgiving to everybody on this beautiful weekend here in Abbotsford. And we're at the Driving Force Decks International Cashspiel, and this is draw 5. So our 5 p.m. draw. We've got Team Cotter versus Team Dennis in the start of the 5th end. Just see a message here. I don't know what chat this is, but
YouTube channel.
oh, on the YouTube channel.
Yeah, they're watching the game,
Yeah.
and then they can chat.
Oh, okay. I guess you can watch the game live here and chat. So, Steve Schneider asking why we don't have any more 8 a.m. draws. Well, that's because he's not playing this weekend. So, our field was only 10 teams. So, maybe Steve can come back to compete on the tour this next year. Anyhow, Steve's been a big supporter of the Cashspiel circuit for many years. Like to see him back out here one of these days. Any updates there, Megan?
Yeah, it doesn't look like any score has been added to our sheet 1 game of Matsumura and Gagnon. Looks like they blanked the 3rd at least.
Yeah, they're playing 4. That's right. It looks like they blanked 3. So it's 3-0 Matsumura over Dane Gagnon of Abbotsford. But Dane looks like he's got a shot here for make a double for 2. Well, we got rid of 1. Anyhow, back to our game. Rob's corner guard slid into the 12 foot, so Jim's going to hit away here. I think you'll see being up 4-1, Megan? He's probably just going to hit everything he can.
Yeah, at this point you have to play the scoreboard. You don't have hammer, and you're up by a few, so more than happy to hit it out, make it like more open.
Yeah, and he left his shooter there. I'm not sure that's exactly what he wanted, but
Yeah.
it's going to force Rob to... It's going to give him something to play with anyhow.
Yeah, because Rob would like to see a corner guard,
Yeah.
and now that it's in the free guard zone there, it's actually helping him out. So
I think you're going to see a few more rocks in play now with Rob down 3, even though he's got hammer. He wants to try and get his deuce here in the 5th end. So he's going to throw up another corner. It looks like on sheet 5, Gushalak actually stole one in the 3rd end. My bad. Guess my eyes aren't as good as I thought they were. So Gushalak now up 3-2 on Team Wark, the Driving Force Dex International team.
So it looks like initially Jim called for the peel of their own corner guard, but it was suggested that they split it in instead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't peel that red yet, the 5 rock rule, so.
Yeah, so my first instinct was also removing that corner guard
The
of
yellow.
your own.
Remove your own yellow.
Yeah. But I guess by splitting it in, you get to save both of your rocks. And
Yeah.
Put
yeah.
some more pressure on.
Well, looks like he's drawing. Well, maybe he's drawing around the. This one's really curling anyhow.
Yeah.
Is he gonna come in behind this red maybe? Well, I don't know what happened there. That one might have picked.
Yeah, I don't. Because looking at the ice that Jim gave, I really don't think that was.
Well,
the
he was
call.
out in the middle of the 8-foot.
Yeah.
Must be a dirty gripper out there. Couldn't be the ice.
No.
Of course, I'm a little biased there, being the ice maker as well, right?
Maybe a little. But gotta be proud.
That's right. So a little mistake there by Team Cotter. So we'll see if Rob can take advantage. I think he's going to try and draw one around these 2 corner guards.
It actually works in their favor if they're a little bit staggered or overlapped. So it'll take a few shots for Cotter to get at that, most likely.
Looks like he's got a beauty in there. T-line, top 4. Oh, slid back T-line. Maybe overswept a little bit, but they did have to get around the guard.
Yeah.
Jim's going to hit away anyhow.
Mm-hmm.
But,
that line would have been perfect.
oh, that was beautiful line. Nice throw. That was that Brad Blackwell of Team Dennis there with a nice draw to the 4-foot.
It's always tough when you have to try and choose. It's like, oh, it's tight, but it doesn't need any weight, so it's hard when you're trying to sweep for both.
Andrew Nerpin with a big peel here. I think he's got everything. And rolls one of his own in.
Nice.
So that opened it up. Nice shot by Andrew Nerpin there. He can throw the heat, so
Yeah.
he got them all moving there.
Clipped the back of that guard and was able to save the one yellow rock.
Yeah. So Rob just trying to decide the best place to hide another red one in there.
Looks like he's just coming right around that guard.
Around that other, the top yellow corner.
Yeah.
Yeah. Could even almost corner that yellow on the center line or T-line.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like my buddy Steve Schneider's graduated to seniors this year. Only 10 name stars. Okay. Yeah, well, guess we'll be playing against each other, Steve. We'll look forward to seeing you out there.
Looks like it might have slid a little deeper than they were looking for.
Yeah. Well, he's got a couple bed posts there, both on got the 4-foot, the button surrounded.
Yeah.
It's not a bad spot. You know, if Jim just gonna follow him down by the looks of it, eh?
Yeah. Or hit. Coming out
Or is he
with quite a
hitting the
bit
yellow?
of weight,
Or
yeah.
he's hitting that wide open red.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
Might be trying to get a roll.
There we go. Nice shot by Steve Laycock. I think that was his first?
I believe it.
Okay.
Yeah, it was his first. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We're learning.
Yeah.
We're getting better.
So over on sheet 1, looks like Dane Gagnon's drawn in for Want to Lie 1 for the moment. Drawing the back 4, makes a beauty there. So he's locked one on top of a couple of yellows. Looking for his deuce. Get back in that game. And Montgomery, looks like he got a couple 3 on Chan. They're up 6-2 on Team Chan. And they're playing the 5th end. And we're still in the 5th end here between Team Cotter and Team Dennis. What's Rob doing here, Megan?
I didn't see the call, but it looks like they're going to play a hit on those 2 yellows.
Hit, yeah.
Which at this point, there's a lot of yellow in the house, and
Wants to make sure he scores.
yeah, kind of move those out of the 4-foot, make your scoring area a bit
Try and
bigger.
hit and roll over on top of his red, maybe. Okay.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see how this plays out. Jim has to be careful here. He doesn't jam it on his yellow and roll out.
Yeah.
Probably play a nose hit.
Playing the hit and roll, you might catch your own yellow on that top 4 side, but you're at least sitting nice behind that guard.
You leave the shooter up top 4 there.
Yeah.
Yeah. As long as you don't leave that red there, which I don't think that's going to happen anyhow. So Steve's last shot, third's last shot here for Team Cotter. He's like a control weight hit and roll. He's sweeping hard on it, so it must be close. And there you go,
Great
just
shot.
like that. If I knew how to use the telestrator, I would have drawn it up like that.
Exactly like
Perfect.
Please again.
Marcio here trying to teach us how to use the
Yeah,
telestrator.
thanks. There's 2 lines there, Marcio. Dennis, his third's last shot. Doug Kilborn with it's like a draw coming in there. Little tick and roll here. Oh, just need to curl up a hair more.
Yeah.
Little tough break there. Tough break for Doug. It looked really good all the way down. Just need to curl up a hair more, and the shooter would have went over to that other yellow on the other side of the 4-foot there and probably lie 2. Instead, hard to tell, but looks like Cotter's lying 1. Hard to tell in those other 2 if it's yellow or red. And Jim's going to play a run back here, eliminate that red, and maybe lie 4, putting the pressure on.
Yeah. You can't really see that red from the hack. You can't access it directly, so it looks like a pretty straightforward run back. So
Yeah, for
Pretty
those guys.
well, yeah, pretty close to nose here should get it.
Yeah. So these guys are a little disappointed after their first 2 losses and taking it out on Dennis here. Beautiful
Great
shot
shot.
by Jim for lie 3. So looks like Rob's going to have on his first shot a little freeze tap maybe.
Yeah.
Keep the deuce alive.
Yeah, freeze on that one in the house, or yeah, tap it back a little. The tough thing is it's out in the open too, so if you do make that tap or freeze, then Jim's gonna have an opportunity to throw a heater at it.
Yeah, well, he can get tucked a little bit behind that guard, so depends how But he could still run the guard in on it too.
Yeah, they just saw that
But
line. So.
this is all he's got. So throw the nice draw. See if we can get a time on the speed of the ice tonight. Looks nice and shiny out there.
Yeah.
We've been lucky with the nice weather. Not a lot of frost, so
Yeah, it's been great.
helps with making the ice. So Rob with his first shot in the fifth end, looking to play the freeze on top of Cotter's rock on the button. Looks like Pirachuk got a deuce against Giles, so they're down 4-2 now, playing 5. So a close game over there. Oh, and Team Wenzik stole 3 on Dangerfield to go up
7-2.
7-2. Here comes Rob with a nice draw. Guys are cleaning it all the way down. Looks pretty close. It's got to curl a bit. Got 14-7 hog to hog, so
Weight should be pretty good.
yeah, it should be pretty close if they can try and sweep it. Look at beautiful shot by Rob Dennis.
Great weight.
That's why they pay the skippers the big bucks, just like
Yeah.
that, right?
Got it in their back pocket.
Yeah, that's right in the back pocket. And your sister's playing in this event too, is that right?
Yes, actually, I just got off the ice playing her.
Oh, how'd you make out?
Didn't come out on the good side of the time, but yeah, we're both playing in this event, and
Being the nice big sister.
yeah, it was just courtesy.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Oh yeah, no, they're a good group of girls there. They're playing well. I think they're 2-0 as well.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
They're playing well. They'll be in the top part of the
seed.
playoffs, top seeds, yeah. So Jim with his last shot, looking to remove the red stone.
Looks pretty close.
Oh,
gee.
he just skinnied that guard. Wow, that could have been dangerous there, but he got it by, made a beautiful shot.
Yeah, great shot by Jim.
Yeah, he came to play tonight.
Yeah.
He's missed a couple earlier in this weekend that you don't usually see Jim Cotter miss, but he's back tonight, and I think they're ramping up their games to get into a tiebreaker. I know they're hoping for that, so look out if they get on a roll.
Yeah.
And with Wenzik up 7-2 on Dangerfield after 4, they win this, they go to 4-0.
Wow.
So that puts them at probably the top 1 or 2 seeds in the men's side. So with 10 teams, it could be a bit of a log jam there for the 4th playoff spot.
Make some fun tiebreaker draws for you.
Could be a late night for the ice maker here. Anyhow, Rob with a draw to the button for his 1. He just threw it, so I expect him to be real close on this.
Yeah, sweepers are able to see this line and what it's doing. So.
They're sweeping it in there, so it looks pretty good. They're sweeping it right to the button. Attaboy, Rob.
Great judge by the sweepers.
Yeah.
Great throw.
Good group of guys there. Good sweeping. They get their 1. So after 5 ends here in Abbotsford, on sheet 3 here, we got Team Cotter is up 4-2 with Hammer playing 6. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back to you in a few moments.
Miles ago, Jam.
Shouldn't we be going faster?
Nah, with Bel Air Direct, you can save money on your optional car insurance by driving safely.
Up to 25%. Slow and steady, Jam.
Save up to 25% for safe driving on your optional car insurance with Bel Air Direct.
So welcome back to the Abbotsford Curling Club and the Driving Force Decks International Cashspiel. I'm Kent Bird, here with Megan Daniels. She's taken some time off this afternoon in between draws to work on her. What are we doing here?
Broadcasting
skills?
I know,
Yeah.
yeah. Gotta add this to the resume, I guess.
I guess so, eh? I mean, Russ and Cheryl were busy.
Yeah.
So
we got the call. We were the natural next step.
Yeah, thank you, Melissa, for that. Melissa Saligo of Curl BC, doing a great job here, helping out the curling club with the marketing and advertising of this event, and help getting some teams in here. So their exposure, their help with the exposure of this event has been excellent. So thank you to all the Curl BC staff for that.
Also, a huge thank you to Marcio for helping set up these live streams every event. Basically, that's been happening this year for World Curling Tour in BC and some junior events as well. I know I've been watching a bunch from home, so it's a great setup we have here. And very thankful to what Marcio has been doing.
Yeah, it's a great addition, I think, just to the event itself, and for those that want to watch, you can see all the games going on and hopefully some good broadcasting. Maybe not tonight. But, Marcio came in here Friday morning, worked all day Friday getting set up. So a lot of hard work on his part. So, thank you for him for coming in and doing this. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here. So
yeah,
big thank you to Marcio for that. I'm sure Curl BC looks after him a little bit.
Oh yeah. Must.
And for, I guess, Norm over in Vancouver let him off the ice staff this weekend so he could come here.
Yeah.
Thanks, Norm, if you're listening. So an update, let's see, Giles is still up 4-2, playing the fifth end on Pure Chuck. She has hammer. And
Team Gushlak's up 3-2, I believe.
yeah, it looks like they blanked the fourth, or they haven't put the score up, so I think they blanked four, though. It was wide open.
Oh, yeah. Over Team Sarah Work.
Yeah. That's the Driving Force Decks International team there. The defending BC champs. There it goes. They blanked the fourth end. What do we got going on here? We got Cotter coming around another corner guard. So nice draw there to put the pressure on Team Dennis. He's kind of all in here, I think. A couple guards up there. A couple of opponents' rocks in the rings. Might try and hit and roll here, or do the straight draw.
Yeah, they want to try and get more of their rocks in play and try and set themselves up to potentially steal in this end.
Yeah, I think being the sixth end, they really want to get the steal here.
Yeah.
We'll see if Jim Cotter will cooperate or not.
Yeah. I'm sure he'll have something to say about it, but
a little update on the game between Daniel Wenzik and Team Dangerfield from over in the island. Looks like Dangerfield was forced to his one in the fifth end, so it score stands 7-3 for Team Wenzik over Dangerfield after 5. They're just starting the sixth end. Looks like Rob's got a nice little corner freeze here. Okay.
pretty close.
Good throw by Brad there. If you ever want a good steak, you can go to the Cactus Club there in Coquitlam. I'm sure Rob would cook you up a beauty there. He's good on the grill, that's for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
So Now they're able to hit. Cotter's going to peel away those guards, try and open this up. Make it easy for at least gets his one.
Yeah. Yeah, scoring here is all you need to do for Team Cotter.
Yeah.
Play that scoreboard. Just get a couple points would be nice, but...
Yeah, even one, you know, make sure you score here. Don't give yourself anything too difficult. Sixth end, you know, you'd be up 3 playing 7. That's a nice spot to be.
Yeah.
So it looks like the Team Chan, that's the Team Canada deaf team. They're heading to the Olympics and the Deaf Olympics in Italy in December. They're having a good game over there with Team Montgomery from Vancouver Island. And, you know, making lots of shots and learning lots here, I hope, this weekend. I know they'll represent Canada well when they go to Italy for the Olympics.
For sure.
Exciting to see them get out on tour. And oh, it looks like Giles just picked up a deuce in the 5th end on Purechuk, so she's got control over there at 6-2. Andrew Nerpin playing a peel here for Cotter. Hit away. So I think you'll see Rob throw another one up there. They'll exchange stones for a bit. Eventually, I wouldn't be surprised to see Rob maybe come in top 4.
Yeah.
Kind of hooking around that.
Those two in the top.
Yeah, I think so. But he'll burn a couple here.
Yeah, because you want to make that move, but it's hard. You don't want to do it too early.
Right. That's right.
Yeah, because if you come around too early and set up something, Team Cotter will have more chances to hit it and clear it up.
That's right. That's why you're playing on this tour, not me. I'll stick to seniors now. Nice throw there by Doug. I think that was Doug Kilburn, right? Yeah. Nice little corner guard. So I'm going to put a little plug out for Abbotsford here. We got our men's open Cashspiel next weekend. So anybody listening, we're still looking for teams. Great ice. Friendly atmosphere.
Yeah.
So it looks like Jim's moving in first here.
Yeah.
So this is Third's first stone. So interesting call here. He had the option to peel that guard again, but he's decided to go in. So I like it. I like it.
Yeah, I think he knows that Rob's going to make that move pretty soon here. So
Yeah.
why not beat him to the punch?
Exactly. Yeah. If he peels, he might come in, and then he's in a little tougher. So let's see what we get for. They're sweeping hard. Looks pretty close. Might be a little bit light. Jeez, they dragged that a long way. Top 12.
Oh, yeah.
Just short. Yeah, just a biter. Had 15-7 hog to hog on that. Boy, they got some good ice here in Abbotsford.
Yeah. If you don't say so yourself, eh?
Oh dear. Hey, if you can't toot your own horn, well, too bad. Yeah. Hope that was okay, Melissa. This might be my only time doing this, so thank you all for your patience.
And even though that was it came out a little bit light, that was the tolerance for that shot.
Yes.
Rather than being a heavy, it's nicer on the
Yeah.
other side.
Yeah, that's not a bad spot. You come heavy, they can freeze on top. Yeah, so Rob is forced to deal with this rock, and oh dear, got caught. Must have got caught on the line there. He was hoping to nose, maybe run that yellow straight back and double the one off the back 4,
Yeah.
but just over curled a hair on him.
Yeah.
They got caught a couple times on that.
Mm-hmm.
But anyhow, that's why we throw them up and back.
Yeah.
But they do look sharp in those run back jackets with the
Yeah.
Cactus Club Cafe and Asham. good group of guys, a good young team on tour here. You know, cutting their teeth against some of these more experienced teams like Cotter. You know, that's good for them for coming out.
Yeah, regardless of how any of these games go, it's a big learning experience for everyone all around. So yeah, great draw there.
Yeah, beautiful
by Steve.
draw by Steve. Looks like these guys came out to play tonight.
Yeah. Maybe out for some blood
Yeah.
after their past ones.
Poor Rob and his team. These guys were a little not too happy after their loss this afternoon, and you know, they played a hot Dangerfield team and came out on the short end of it, but they came in to play tonight.
Yeah.
So we'll see what Rob can do here.
It looks
You
like
try
he's
the run
going to
back
try.
double?
Yeah, move some of this granite here.
I think if he gets it,
Just almost, yeah, hair high.
can he cross it a hair and double, get all three yellows?
Possibly.
And have the shooter go on to his red? It'd be close.
Yeah.
I want to see it.
I don't know if he's going for just the two or all three.
Yeah, he could make the double on the, just off center and leave the shooter there.
Yeah, like just off nose
Yeah.
or nose.
But
should be
if you
fine.
cross it, you might be able to get all three of those yellows going.
Yeah.
And Rob can throw the heat. He can make this shot.
That actually wouldn't be bad if you went for it that way because then you get a little bit of a roll off center.
Yeah. Well, and your shooter's just going to go into your red one there. So
Yeah.
let's see how this is a big shot for Rob here. Team Dennis. Sweeping hard line. It's close. It's close.
Really close.
Oh, he's got it. He's got it. Holy, what a shot. That was a beauty.
Right.
Little, yeah, might need a little more weight to spill that top one, but
Yeah.
I mean, that's a tough shot. I mean, if you probably were on tour Slam Rocks, that rock might have had enough action to go out,
Yeah.
but great shot.
Yeah, just moving all of those out of that 4-foot center area.
Yes. Well, now he's got a chance, right? I don't know how Jim gets rid of both those corners.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe just come around it all and
Yeah.
try and shrink the scoring area. But then Rob's
Yeah,
always
he's-
going to have that hit and roll in.
Well, yes, he's got the hit and roll in behind the corner there, or drop. So he's,
Yeah.
it's a great shot by Rob there. He was looking to be in a ton of trouble, and came up big for his team.
Again, that's why you pay him the big
Yeah.
bucks.
Well, as my third tells me all the time, win as a team, lose as a skip. So
Yeah. It's a tough roll.
it is. But he played well there. Let's see what Jim does here to follow it up.
It looks like they're trying to hit and roll in front of their yellow rock, is what Steve indicated.
He's just got a normal hit, take out, normal speed here. Or is he trying to double?
There you go.
Oh, yeah, see? Tit for tat. Whatever you can do, I can do too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jim's playing really well tonight. Steve made a couple pistols as well. So Ron going to try the hit and roll or the straight draw? Hit and roll.
Yeah, hit and roll.
Yeah.
At this point, because you don't have hammer, this is your last rock.
Yeah.
Yeah, you really want to
You
minimize.
need to score here. I mean, you give up a deuce, you're in the deep hole. But you never know. You make a nice hit and roll here. You'll lie one buried and force him to have to draw to the 4-foot for one. So
Yeah.
that's the plan here for Rom. We just seen him make a beauty. So looks like Dane Gagnon got on a board over there on sheet 1 against Matsumura. So the score there's 4-1. Matsumura from Japan over Gagnon playing 6. What's he got going on here, Megan?
Looks pretty close. The sweepers are on
Sweeping,
and off.
yeah,
or-
trying to get it to curl by the looks of it. Looks like it might be a nose.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little flop out. No, it wasn't what he was looking for.
It looks like Cotter's
Jeez.
sitting one already.
They've got caught a couple times just with the ice might be fooling them a little bit.
Yeah. with that weight sensitivity as well. If you throw a little bit heavier, it might run straighter.
Yeah, that one kind of hung on him a bit. Thought he had nice weight, but that's the way the curling gods go sometimes.
Yeah.
Wrong side of the inch. If he rolled that much the other way, would have been.
Yeah, pretty close. Yeah.
Anyhow, draw for 2 here for Jim Cotter. Last shot, 6th end here at the Abbotsford Curling Club and the Driving Force Decks International Cashspiel. Jim hasn't missed much tonight, but they're sweeping it out of his hand. He's got a couple of the best sweepers around, so he should be okay. He's just got to hit 8 foot. Andrew's got his head down, going hard. He's not looking up. Rick's taking it easy. There you go. Nice shot. Nice shot, Jim. So that's 2 for Team Cotter. Puts him up 6-2 after 6. Just a little update. We have Wark come up with a big 3-ender for her Driving Force Decks International team. So they're up 5-3 playing the 6th end over on sheet 5 against Team Gushalak. A couple of skips that have been to the provincials before.
Yeah.
Or been, not the provincial, the Scotties.
Yeah.
Sarah last year for her first time, and Diane's still trying to get back.
Yeah, but we'll be right back after these quick messages.
Woo-hoo. Sick fight. You got to see this. Look. 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 Look.
Shh. I'm saving money.
Save up to 25% on your optional car insurance for safe driving with Bel Air Direct.
Alrighty, welcome back to end number 7 and Team Dennis versus Team Cotter. Right now, Cotter's up 6-2. So Team Dennis trying to look to get score a couple points here and bring that score closer together before coming home.
Yeah, he's going to try and get his deuce here, and they want to just kind of keep on their form here and try and make some shots. Try and gain momentum for their next game. Not that this one's over, but being down 4 with 2 to go against Cotter's not the optimum position, but
no, yeah, but
they're gonna do their best here. And a big shout out to Australia, anybody from Australia, all the fans there cheering on Rob Dennis. His great shot he made in the last end there. Thanks for watching over there. Down under.
Yeah.
So Rob throwing up the corner. And let's see what else we got going on here. Looks like Wenzik and Dangerfield are coming to the end of their 6th end. Like Daniel Wenzik, they're shaking hands. He takes 1 and 6, so they win that game 8-3. Megan. Yeah. They shake hands in 6 because I think Dangerfield has to go back out again at 9 o'clock, so they're gonna probably go for a little break here.
Yeah. Maybe get rested.
Get rested, rehydrate.
Yes, that's very important.
Oh, you got to stay rehydrated. Yeah. You don't want to get dehydrated out there. They sweep hard, right? Yeah. These athletes are well conditioned.
Yes, they definitely are.
So that puts Wenzik at 4-0. So that puts them through to the They don't even have to worry, but they're off till 1 o'clock tomorrow now, so they might have a few adult beverages tonight, maybe. I don't know. Just a guess. I don't know. So are some of those players even old enough? I'm not sure. Well,
I think all of them are.
okay. Yeah. Cam and Cody plays with Daniel there, the last year's BC mixed doubles champion, Cody Tanaka. So they're off the ice.
Yay! So some great shots here in the first end, setting them up. 2 great guards, 2 in that top 4 control zone.
Yeah. Rick Miller for Team Dennis threw a couple nice corners up there, and then Rick Sawatsky threw his 2 top 4. So a nice way traditional way to start the end for being down a couple. This is what you see a lot. 2 corners, the opposing team throwing them in the rings. 5 rock rule still can't hit anything, so Cotter throws up
I'm not sure if that was supposed to be a
I
guard.
don't think it was.
I couldn't tell if they actually wanted it in the house or not.
Well, I think Andrew swept that last one and caught it pretty hard, so he might be a little tired.
Yeah. Gotta give him a break sometime, I guess.
So we come a little light on there, so there's a corner guard that I don't think Cotter was planning on, but nonetheless,
It is
3
guarding
guards
his
in
own.
play. It is guarding his own, so he's got that. So Rob, what's Rob playing here?
I think he's trying to make the decision. Does he come around that other corner guard or freeze to the top
I
of
think you
those
got to
2?
deal with those yellows on the forefoot somehow now.
Yeah, you gotta chase him somehow, because if you draw behind that red corner guard by itself, Jim will make a play.
Yeah, he'll either peel the corner, or if it's open, he'll hit it.
Yeah, there's nothing to protect it really.
No. So looking over there in sheet 5, defending BC champs, Sarah Warwick from Abbotsford, the Driving Force Dex International team, is up 5-3. I got a couple in the house there, so it looks like Sarah's going to guard. Put the pressure on Diane Gushalak there to try and get her 1. They're in the 6th end.
Great shot by Brad to freeze there on the top.
Yeah, good call. I like that.
Yeah, really puts them in control of being able to move those yellow stones later.
Yeah, because that red's not going anywhere for a while. So that was a great shot by Brad Blackwell there. Team Dennis not giving up. That's why you play these ends out, right?
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah.
Looks like handshakes as well on sheet 2. Team Montgomery and Team Chan.
Yeah, and that puts Montgomery at, that's it for their round robin. They're in at 3-1, so they're in the playoffs. And a good game for Team Chan. They got on the scoreboard. They got a couple, and some good experience for them. I think they got one more game this weekend. So good for them. So Cotter peels the corner there. Yeah, teams are starting to come off the ice now after 2 games being done. This would be a little bit of activity around here in the lower lounge and the upstairs lounge, of course.
I'm sure, yeah. All those teams getting prepped for their 9 p.m. draw later today.
Yes. Most of these teams were back at 9. And yourself as well, right?
Yeah, I think I'm actually playing on the stream on the other side of this.
Good.
Yeah.
You're on sheet 3.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
good.
team,
Well, we get to watch you out there. You can show us how it's done.
Not so sure about that. But
Well, thanks for taking time out of your rest time,
yeah.
your rest period to help me out here.
So it looks like Dennis is trying to move those stones around.
Yeah, hard to get it by. They're by the corner, a little bump. Oh, pretty good. Let's see.
Yeah, unfortunately, I did kind of leave their red out in the open.
Yeah.
Might be able to make that double and make them both go away.
I think you might be right, Megan. You might be able to get enough of that red, get rid of both of them.
I think that was the tough thing about playing that shot.
Yeah. I don't know what you do there, but however, if he does get rid of both of them, he will be able to draw. Well, it's still top 4.
Yeah.
Draw down to it again, I guess.
Yeah, you'll still have one side of the sheet open.
Yeah, and you still got third stones. You got 4 shots to come yet. So here's Steve Laycock for Team Cotter, trying to play the high hard one, the double peel here on the top reds. Merpin sweeping hard. That looks tight. You got him. Oh,
nice
jeez.
shot.
Good brushing. Good. Way to save the hack, guys. Thank you. Cotter line 3 now. However, look what it opened up there for Rob.
Yeah.
Those 2 back button are not helping Cotter at all.
No, even though he was able to move those, remove both of the red, did leave a very nice pocket for the
There's
draw
a nice
to.
pocket in there. So Rob has a chance here. If he can lock one on the pin and put the pressure on him a little bit.
Yeah, probably take a couple shots to get it out.
Yeah. With hammer, he has a shot for his deuce. So, you get your 2 here. And then see what happens in 8. Oh, dear.
Oh, goodness.
He's Doug had another one over curl on him here.
Yeah. So weight seemed pretty close.
Yeah, with the weight was close. It was probably top 4.
Yeah.
So tough break there for Doug not to get by the guard. However, it did stop in a good spot. Let's see what Jim decides to do here. He's going to come around, I think. Because even if you peel it out of there, they got the open draw again.
Yeah. But it looks like he's coming around.
Yeah, he's gonna try and get Steve to hook one in there. Top 8, just half hook around that red even. Top 4.
Yeah.
They're sweeping for line right now.
Going this way.
That rock coming just a little bit shorter. So it looks like Dennis is trying to do the same shot again, and hopefully with a little bit of a better line. Line's looking nice coming in now.
Got a beauty coming in here. Weight looks good. Back 4.
Curl a little bit.
Yeah, I think it'll come out. There he goes. Lies 1.
Nice one.
So way to regroup there for Doug. Made
Yeah.
a real nice draw there.
Got a second chance at it.
Yeah, you can't give these guys too many chances. They'll make them on you.
Yeah.
I know the first one he kind of overcurled on him a bit, but he made the second one real good. See what Jim's got. You can see a little piece of it, but not much. He's got to be careful here.
Mm-hmm.
He could easily tick that guard like Doug did on his first one and open it up for Rob. So
Yeah, because the ideal thing is getting to the inside of that red or freezing on it there. But
yeah,
you're flirting with that guard a little bit.
you
so.
are. I mean, but even if you lock it top 4, you don't need to be shot here. 4s to 1 is okay. So I think the miss here would be short. Knowing Jim, he'll probably lock it on perfect. Line's good. They're sweeping it in there. Andrew's sweeping hard line. And they just got it by. Beautiful shot. Little tap. And they're lying 2.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Okay, Rob, see if you can have another miracle shot here.
Yeah. What do you see here, Kent?
Well, he's got the double run back.
Yeah.
He hits it nice. He could double those 2 yellows out and sit 2.
Yeah.
That's why the skippers get paid the big shots. Eh? It's not the way you'd want to draw it up.
No.
Well, however,
not the ideal situation to leave your skip in, but
you can see he's lining it up. Yellow, red. I'm going to try the do we have the telestrator here?
yeah.
Okay, we're going to give my... Where is it? Hang with us, folks. Oh, maybe we don't have a telestrator. Megan's going to give her... Oh, there it is. Okay, there we are. Okay, you draw it.
Don't know how great.
So he wants to raise that yellow straight back around a little bit of an angle.
Oh, it's not even.
Oh.
Wait, I'm gonna try and line it up.
Okay. There you are. Back onto that red, and then raise that into, well,
It's not gonna curl, but
not going to curl, but raise it right into the button.
yeah.
I mean, if you get it into that back pocket,
Right there.
yeah, hit it right in there. Because I think if it hits on the top yellow, it might go onto his red. And the red he's raising won't be in for a shot. So high degree of difficulty. But again, we've seen Rob make these already tonight. See if he can make another one. Cleaning early. It looks close. He's got to cross center a hair maybe.
Sweeper's close.
Sweeper's close. They're on it now. Looks like he's got a good one. Oh,
geez.
just missed. You need to get on that a hair earlier.
So close.
Just curled a little bit much on him there. Right. What bad luck.
Oh yeah.
You know, it could have ticked off the yellow one back in the pocket, but no.
Yeah.
Goes right through the hole.
Yeah.
Misses everything.
That's a tough one.
And now leaves Jimmy a drawing to lie. I don't know how many. 3?
3, I believe.
Boy,
Yeah, it's
oh
really
boy.
tough, especially with how long both of those angles were going to be.
Yeah.
Like we were
So
talking
tough.
about earlier, in millimeters
Yeah.
would have made that shot.
Yeah. Yeah, it's no longer a game of inches. It's a game of millimeters. Good try, Rob. That just, you know, they've just been on the other side of the inch again. You know, just a little bad luck here and there. But, you know, Jim hasn't been giving him much help,
Yeah.
which you wouldn't expect.
Yeah, yeah.
These guys want to earn it on their own, but Jim's going to try and throw a draw in there, top 4, right to the button maybe. And
Higher's better on this one. You just want to
Yeah.
block a path.
yeah.
Because basically Rob's going to have a tough shot either way to get his
Yeah.
single.
Might have that angle off the one way in the wing. This could be, the gloves could be coming off. What's,
Looks like it's a bit heavy. The sweepers
they're
aren't
not
touching
touching it. Oh, now they are. They're going to rub off the top one. Yeah. Oh,
it. Okay, this does open it up a
yeah.
little.
He's
for
got a
them
shot to get his one in there, but I think the, what's that opera singer? She's starting to sing now? I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
She's humming
yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do have the they at least have this open shot, relatively open shot to
Yeah. He
tap
should
to
be able.
get
He
their
should
one.
be able to make this. Rob can just throw the draw in there, make a good one, finish this end off on a high note, and
Yeah.
you know he should know the line. Jim just threw this, so he knows the line and the speed here. I would expect Rob to make this.
And you have a little bit of help here too as well. If you're a little wide, you might be able to rub off with the top
Yeah,
one. And,
it looks like he's tightened the ice up a little bit, so he can be back 4 weight.
yeah.
You know, he's got a nice little pocket.
As long as you're by that top red guard,
Yeah.
you should be fine.
Play it tight there. By no means is it an easy shot, but I would expect Rob to make this. 9 out of 10 times, if not 10 out of 10. Pretty good thrower. In turn draw. Lets it go, looks pretty good. Sweepers are on it. Just an easy sweep right now. Looks pretty close.
Might have to curl a little.
Yeah, looks like it's got to curl a bit, but they've been finishing in that. They're going for weight now. That looks like he's got a good one. Hard guys. Yeah, looks
Real
like he's got a
close.
good one. Oh dear. they
I'm not
not
sure
quite
if
get
it
it there.
quite got there. There's one
Looks
yellow,
like
I
Rick
believe.
and Brad, they left it a little bit, but I think they got the one there.
Yeah,
Oh, they're
I'm
shaking
not-
hands either
they're
way.
shaking hands, yeah.
Good throw by Rob. Good game. So we're not sure if it was a steal of one or a force of one there, but either way they're shaking hands.
Great game by both teams.
Yeah.
Some difficult shots on both sides.
Well, you know, you put Jim Cotter up against the ropes. You know, he has a must-win game for those guys to have a shot at the playoffs.
yeah.
So at least now that they got a shot at getting a tiebreaker if the right teams win and lose. And with Daniel Wenzik going 4-0 in their bracket, that might just open up 2-2. Could get into a tiebreak. Looks like 2-2 might make a tiebreak in the men's side. So that could just mean for a late night tonight.
Yep.
So it could be some more curling at 11 o'clock. There could be a tiebreaker, or 11:30 after the final draw. We'll see what happens. But big win for Team Cotter, and Rob Dennis not out of it either. They're both at 1-2 records. So if they can win their next game, so that's a good chance they might both be in a tiebreaker. So we'll see what happens with the other games.
There's only 2 games left out there on the ice. Both of our women's sheets.
Yeah, we've got Giles. Jeez. Well, Giles gave up 3 in the 6th then, so they're only up 6-5 over Purechuck playing 7.
Nice and tight now.
Tight game. Good game over there on sheet 6 with Katie Giles being up 1 with Hammer playing 7. And it looks like Sarah Warwick and the Driving Force Dex International team stole a deuce on Team Gushalak in the 6th. Megan.
Yeah. Put them up 7-3 now.
Up 4 playing 7. And that'll put, both of these teams, you know, probably the top 2 seeds. I think they were the top 2 seeds in their pool. Are both 0-2.
Yeah.
So they,
Interesting, eh?
this will be a big win for Warwick if she can hang on here. And Gushalak 0-3, but been in every game. This one here is kind of getting away from them a bit, but the first 2 are really close.
Yeah.
And you know, they're going to have to regroup and come out all guns a-blazing tomorrow in the quarterfinals.
Yeah.
They'll be a lower seed, but a dark horse, but you can never count them out.
Yeah. It's not over till it's over.
No, I know Coach Neil Houston will have a good chat with them tonight and get them refocused for the morning. But still early in the year, a lot of these teams still trying to find their slides and their feet, right?
Yeah, exactly. We'll just watch these last few shots from.
Yeah, big shot from Sarah's third there to, looks like a lot of red granite in there.
Yeah.
Looks like they're lying. We're looking at our overhead camera here. Looks like Warwick is lying 3 on sheet 5 with Hammer. So Grace McInnes throwing third's last rock here. Oh no, she doesn't have. Gushalak has Hammer. Sorry. So Grace McInnes throwing an out-turn draw here for Team Gushalak. Third's last stones. She's throwing an out-turn draw to try and get one in there. Out-count those reds.
Trying to make it curl a bit.
Yeah, it's curling. Looks like they're bumping a red in. And now they're lying 4. Okay. Skip stones to come.
Sarah just looking to hit one of those 2 yellow rocks in the house.
Yeah, eliminate the yellows. You're up 4.
Yeah.
You know.
Play the scoreboard.
Yeah. If you force them to 1, it's great. Even if 2, you know. But if you can try and keep them to 1, but eliminate the yellow. And
Forgot to take the lid off?
Well, because that unit there's got no prong coming out.
so we're coming to the end of draw 5 here at the Abbotsford Curling Club, the Driving Force Dex International Cashspiel. All the men's games are done.
How many teams are coming on it?
We had Team Matsumura from Japan beating Team Dane Gagnon from here in Abbotsford. Didn't get a final on that, Megan, but
Yeah.
and Team Montgomery from Vancouver Island beating Team Chan. That's the deaf team from Vancouver Curling Club. They'll be representing Canada at the Deaf Olympics being held in Italy in December. So congratulations to Team Chan and for their participation here and working on grooming their skills for their big event coming up in December.
Yeah, I gotta get ready, and so
Yes.
exciting for them.
Yeah, very exciting for them. I've been watching some. They're going to be here next weekend, playing in the Men's Open Bonspiel here in Abbotsford. Still looking for a few more teams, and so hopefully they'll get better results next weekend. Hopefully they can win some money. They did win the 50-50 today, though.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah, pad their bank account a little bit.
There you go. Some travel money.
Yeah, a little travel money for them when they go to Italy. And then we've seen Cotter beat Dennis here on sheet 3, their feature game. We didn't get a final score there, but it was 6-2 after 6. So that puts Cotter at 1-2 with Dennis at record of 1-2. Daniel Wenzik defeated Team Dangerfield. So that put Team Wenzik at 4-0. So they're off to 1 o'clock tomorrow. They're in the semifinals. They have a clear path there now. They're playing really well right now, Megan. Going 4-0 like that, beating some really good teams.
Keeping on a roll for the playoffs now.
Yes. Well, maybe the downside now is they don't play till 1 o'clock tomorrow. So.
Lots of rest time.
Yeah, I'm sure they could use the rest. They've played four good games. Dangerfield has to go back out. They're 1-2 now. So again, there's another team at 1-2 that could make the 2-2 tiebreaker if it comes to that.
Yeah.
So very exciting on the men's side here.
We did get a confirmed score for the Team Cotter, Team Dennis game. It was a steal of 1 in the last end for Team Cotter.
Okay.
To finish 7-2.
Yeah, the Cotter team wasn't very nice to Rob, but it's a must-win for them. So there's over on sheet 5, Sarah's drawing in. Looks like they're lying 2 still, with Diane Gushlak to throw her last rock. She might have a shot here for 2. Hard to say. Gonna give her a go, I'm sure. Mm-hmm. If anyone can make it, Diane can.
Yeah.
She's a pretty good thrower. It looks like Giles is lying 3, counting 3 over there on sheet 6. With hammers, so Team Purechuk with a draw in there to
freeze on top.
By the looks of it. She looks like she made it too.
Great. Might have gone a little bit behind.
Is that Daleen that threw that?
I believe so.
Threw that. She's been playing excellent. Oh, that one just came in behind. They were 2-0 going into this game.
Hey, how we doing?
Couple big wins over the defending BC women's champs team, Sarah Wark, the Driving Force Dex International team. And they beat Team Gushalak, I think, in their first game.
Here comes Diane's last
Yeah,
shot.
here comes the last shot.
It looks like they rolled in for
Rolled
one.
in for one.
That puts Sarah Wark, it's, I believe, 7-4 over Gushalak.
Yeah, so they're up 3 with hammer, or down 3 without, depending how you look at it.
Yeah.
So they're gonna shake hands. Yes, they're going over. Gonna shake hands. They're gonna go in, meet with the coach, rehydrate.
Rehydrate before next draw.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
They're done for the day. So they're back on at 9 a.m. tomorrow.
There you go.
They're gonna kick the rocks back. Thank you, girls. Yeah, they're back on at 9 a.m. tomorrow in the women's quarterfinals. So all 8 teams make the quarterfinals. And that'll take place 9 a.m. Sunday morning. So it looks like Gushalak going in at 0-3. Tough one there tonight, but I would not count them out. They always come to play, especially on Sunday.
Yeah.
And Sarah Wark, that was just her first win, so good for them to get a win under their belt. Get a little confidence going into Sunday, hey Megan?
Yeah, I want to keep that momentum rolling into your next game.
Yes, build on that.
And it also looks like our game's over on sheet 6 as well.
Yeah, looks like Katie Giles. So they went 3-0. So they'll be a top seed, 1 or 2 seed. I think they had a pretty good draw off too. So it looks like they'll probably be the 1 seed because their LSD, their draw to the button total was very good. And so that would put them number 1. Pure Chuck will fall to either probably in that 3 or 4 range maybe.
Yeah, depending on how the other
Depending
teams
how
finish.
the other pool finishes up. There'll be a 3-0 there as well.
Yeah.
Because Team Daniels, who is their sponsor? Who's their title sponsor?
That's a good question. I am not sure. They do
Trying
have a
to give
title sponsor as well.
Yeah, they do. They're trying to put a shout out there to.
Yeah, and there's no one around to ask to double check, but they do have a title sponsor, and you will hear it in the next draw. Kent's gonna go double check.
So Team Daniels is Pacific Coast Distribution. Big
There we
shout
go.
out to them. That's their sponsor. They're at 2-0, playing Corinne Brown from Kamloops. They're 2-0 as well. So the winner of that game will go to 3-0 and be one of the top 2 seeds going into the quarterfinals tomorrow.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for coming out, Megan.
Yeah,
I guess
thanks,
you got to get
Kent.
ready for your game, and I got to go do the ice.
Yes. Yeah. We both have some things we got to
We got to
do
get
now.
back to work here.
Yeah, but we'll be back. I believe the stream will be up as well for the 9 p.m. draw for actually my game, the Richards Epi game.
Yeah. Well, good luck tonight,
Thank
Megan.
you.
And I'm going to go get the ice ready. Thank you all for listening. Happy Thanksgiving,
Yes. Happy Thanksgiving,
everybody. And
Have a great rest of your night.
over and out.